is up, PTU crew? Welcome to Market Monday, and I'm super excited. We've got wonderful things to talk about. There's amazing things going on in the TCG world, especially in Pokemon. We are in a down economy, and everything in other TCGs tend to be very flat or going down. But right now, Pokemon's heating up. Let's get into it. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're waiting to the end to see if this content is something that you're interested in, remember at the end to like the video. I'll give you a little reminder. What we're going to start off by talking about is the Charizard UPC. I hate to say I told you, but I told you. If you've been watching these videos regularly or you haven't, go back to see a couple videos back, what I said a couple Mondays back. Don't pre-order this thing at plus $200. The pre-orders have gone down already. You can pre-order now for about maybe you can even find it as low as $160. Some stores, obviously the big box stores are doing it at retail, but some of the smaller stores who were doing it at these higher prices have come way down because the supply is huge. That being said, a small caveat to that is some of these people might have over pre-ordered. Some of their allocations are being slightly cut, so be careful for cancellations. As I told you before, I would not have pre-ordered this thing anything above MSRP. I was one of those lucky ones to get a pre-order in with Target. I only ordered one. Pika Pop is being very soft and very bearish with this product at the first. We're going to see another wave coming up in December. There's going to be a lot of UPCs. So be patient, or if you're one of those people that like to go and get in store, go and try to do that. That was my first recommendation. You're probably going to be able to find it. Check your GameStops, your Targets, your Walmarts. You know, go there on release day. Check even a little bit before. You should be able to find it. If not, there are pre-orders available. Keep checking Walmart and Target. They've been going up, periodically throughout the last couple of weeks. Go ahead and check that. Like I said, don't FOMO on this one. There's going to be a lot of it, okay? The second thing I want to talk about, and the thing we're probably going to spend the most time on, is the alternate arts in Pokemon are booming. There are a few ones which I'm going to try to mention throughout as we go through the sets, but most of them are booming. Okay, if we look at where it all started, at least the modern versions of the alternate arts, we can go to Battle Styles. The Tyranitar was hovering around in that 70s. It's now comfortably in the 80s. The Empoleon, a card that for the longest time was in the low 20s, and I was looking at to buy. I thought it was amazing alternate art. I kept thinking, why is this thing in the 20s? The focus right now, people are buying alternate arts. They see that Sword and Shield is going to be ending, and they figure now is the time to get these alternate arts before they either go up too high and people move on with their money. They want to come back and get them right now. I believe that's what's going on. A lot of them are going up. Like I said, that Empoleon, there are ones that are kind of staying stagnant or dropping, and I can't fully understand why. Maybe it's the fact those Pokemon are not as popular. They're kind of newer Pokemon. The Urshifus, both the V alternate, the Rapid Strike and the Single Strike are kind of hovering around that $13 mark. They were at the $15 mark for the longest time. They were in that low 20s, and they just keep going down. I personally think they're still a buy. They're great alternate arts. You can get them for about 13 to 14 bucks. How can you not think that's a great buy? As we move on into Chilling Reign, we have the Blaziken that was hovering around that low 100, 105, and it was battling out with the Moltres alternate art. The Blaziken VMAX is now up to that $120 mark. So we've seen a nice 10 to 15% gain there. The Moltres that was hovering around that $100 price is comfortably above $115. The Slowking and Rapidash that were hovering in the high 20s to mid 20s, the Rapidash kind of fell down. The Rapidash was holding strong for the longest time. It's now moved comfortably into the 30s, both those cards. If there is alternate art cards like that you wanted to pick up kind of on a bargain, there are the Blissey and the Tornadus V alternate art, great alternate arts. The Blissey is not one of my favorites as much, but that Tornadus I was actually able to pull in Japanese is fire, and you can get that for in the low 20s. If we move on past Evolving Skies, because I'll just say one thing about Evolving Skies, they're all going up. You have some like the Golurk V and the Metachamp. Was it Metachamp? I think it's Metachamp V. alternate arts. Those ones you can kind of still find in that low 20s. I think that they're good buys. I see them going up in the future, just like the Ursha Fuse. Maybe not as fast, but I just don't see them going. I think they're kind of at that market low level. They're not, I don't see them really falling lower than they are now. I think it's a great time to pick up those. If we move on into Fusion Strike, the Espeon is going crazy as the Gengars went over 160 and the Espeon is over 140. Those were both just at that same time a few months back with the Blaziken and the Moltres, the highest cards in Chilling Reign. Those two are the highest cards in Fusion Strike, and they were hovering, fighting with each other. Who's going to kind of take the winner? It was the Blaziken that's kind of finally moved past the Moltres, and now it's the Gengar that's kind of finally moved past the Espeon. But don't sleep on that Espeon. All the other alternate art VMAX evolutions are above that $160, $155 mark. I see Espeon getting there eventually. It may trail behind those other ones, but it's an awesome alternate art. The Japanese version only came in the special double box EV Heroes box. It's a super rare card, super sought after. The American version was put in that Fusion Strike set. Still super hard to pull. I think it's a great card. The card a little bit slept on, obviously not at $140 mark, but still a great card. All the Mews have gone up a little bit. That Mew VMAX that was in the front runner of that set when it first came out has kind of fallen down, but it's starting to gain a little bit back. It's up 5 to 8% right now. Same with the Mew V alternate art. The Inteleon is one of those that you can pick up as a deal. I don't know, it's hovering in the low 20s. I can't really understand why. It looks great. It's a VMAX alternate art, very hard to pull. It should be in the same pull rate status, but that's a little shady, a little bit, not exact, but that is one. If you like Inteleon, you want to get some alternate arts on the lower end, that is one to go off. Even the Sandaconda V that went all the way down to I believe it dropped even below $6, is now at 8 something. People are picking these up. People are picking that one up because it's affordable. It's a cool looking alternate art. That was a special promo in Japanese that hopped over to English. It's pretty good. You can pick it up for about $8. That's where you can start if you want to start building your alternate art set there. If we go on to Astral Radiance, the Hisuian Sneasler that was originally during pre-sale kind of in that low 20s had kind of shot up into the 40s. It's starting to fall a little bit. The Machamp alternate art, which had rocketed up, has kind of started to see a little pullback. Doesn't mean it's not a good buy. It's one I would definitely look at picking up. Some of the alternate arts from Brilliant Stars have kind of tapered off a little bit. I think that set had a lot better pull rates. It was a little bit easier to grab some of those alternate, not the alternate arts, but some of the other cards. There's only 4 alternate arts. I heard that Lumineon, for people who watch PokeRev, he had a hard time pulling it. It seemed like the Charizard V kind of popped up a lot in comparison to some of the other ones. I don't think I've ever seen a Lumineon get pulled on video. Maybe one, but I've seen a few Charizards. Maybe it's just because that one pops up because of the popularity of it getting pulled. I'm not sure. But Lumineon is one from that set that I personally am going to look to purchase here soon. Right now, to kind of close this out, I'm not going to really talk about Lost Origin. That set just came out, so it's hard to see where these cards are going to go up because some of these cards that I've spoken about just prior have different trips where they were down early and then they're starting to go up. So we're going to kind of see. We have to wait and see. We'll be talking about Lost Origin alternate arts here in the future. Moving on, so we're seeing a alternate art Pokemon boom, and we're seeing an MTG Magic the Gathering doom. Right now, Magic the Gathering, it's a great time to buy. Older sets that even sets earlier from this year, sets from all this year, it's time to pick those up. They're at rock bottom prices. Check for in the next few weeks to the next few months for file sales on Amazon. Hasbro just came out with their quarterly report and they are down 15% in sales. I think they're going to try to make that up by trying to sell some of these boxes like they just did with the Midnight Hunt. They did the collector booster boxes at like $80 about a week or so ago. So if you have an Amazon account, check the Amazon account. Continue to look up your Magic products. You might see a fire sale there coming in the next few weeks to the next month. I'm guessing it's going to happen before Christmas. They want to get the product in people's hand. They want their end of quarter sales to look stronger, and they're gonna fire sell some stuff, I believe. Because of the 30th anniversary coming out, it's kind of really rocked the market. The confidence in Magic products has kind of tapered off. I believe in Magic going long term. What does that mean? When there's blood in the streets, now's the time to attack. Get a hold of some of these products if you're interested in investing in Magic the Gathering. Right now is the time. As far as Brothers War coming up, I personally like to open up a collector box on the channel. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the prices to drop down like they've done with almost every set. I'm not gonna pay high twos. I got my Dominaria at a decent deal, but I'm looking to get this next box at around $200 for the collector booster. I believe it's gonna fall to that. They may have the prices a little bit up in the beginning, but with everything going on, if the trend continues, we're going to see a nice drop in those collector box prices. Maybe not the set boxes. The set boxes of all the sets seem to be doing all right, but you might be able to find a deal on the draft and collector booster boxes. So if you're looking to get into that set, I personally would wait until a couple of weeks after release, and let's see what's happening there. Okay, that's about all I have for you today. Remember to like the video, be subscribed. Check out, we're going to be doing a free box break of Brilliant Stars. Yes, we're going to do a free box break of Brilliant Stars. There's going to be 12 winners, 3 packs per winners. We're also going to have a little cachet of extra hits for those people that miss. I'm going to guarantee you at least a hit, at least a V card. But there's going to be some others, some golds I'm going to throw in there, some V stars. So you have a chance to even pull one of those if you don't pull anything in your packs. Again, there's going to be 12 winners. Check out for that. Like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Be a part of the PTU crew. This is Pika Papa signing out. Remember what I say. You got to catch them all. Bye.